Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Brittany Shake, here to give you a little introduction of yoga. We'll start with a breathing exercise, as most yoga practices do. Pranayama breathing, standing deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. You'll inhale by your nose, exhale by your mouth. Inhale and exhale should be through your throat. Nose and mouth are only a passageway. You'll breathe as much as possible, as long as possible, as slow as possible. I'm going to give you a little demonstration. You'll inhale by the nose, exhale by the mouth. Nose and mouth are only a passageway. There's a little pause between the inhale and the exhale. Gives your time a little bit extra time to digest some of that carbon dioxide in your lungs, improving the health of your lungs and the elasticity of your lungs and ribs. This can either be done in a chair or standing up. If you're in a chair, just make sure shoulders are squared up right over your hips. If you are standing, shoulders over hips, over heels. Heels and toes are together. Interlock all 10 fingers. Place it underneath your chin. Full grip. Always your hands touching your chin like glue. Nice and relaxed shoulders. Swallow a couple times and begin. Inhale. Head down, elbows up. Elbows stretch up, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Elbows come forward to touch away from your chest. Inhale, head down, in through the nose. Suck your stomach in, spine straight, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Make the HA sound. Elbows come forward to touch away from your chest. Inhale, head down, elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Open your rib cage, open your lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Elbows come forward to touch away from your chest. Eyes open. Inhale, head down, elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Keep your spine straight, full lungs. Exhale, head up. 6 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold it. Inhale, head down, elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Open your rib cage, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Elbows come forward to touch away from your chest. Inhale, head down, elbows up. Elbows stretch up. Keep your spine straight, chest lifted, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Only your head and your arms are moving. Elbows come forward to touch away from your chest. Inhale, head down, elbows up. Last one. First set, stomach in, big breath. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Elbows come forward to touch away from your chest, and that's enough. Arms down side. Swallow a couple of times. Nice and relaxed shoulders. And again, everything can also be done in a chair. If you're in the chair, sitting up nice and straight. And we'll do a second set. 2 sets. Gives your body a little time to get used to it. First time you warm up, second time your body gets a little more activated. So all 10 fingers underneath your chin. Full grip. Swallow a couple of times. Nice and relaxed shoulders. Begin. Inhale, head down. Elbows up. Suck your stomach in, full lungs. Exhale, head up. HA sound. Elbows touch away from your chest. Inhale, head down, elbows up. Stretch your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Open your rib cage. Exhale, head up. Keep your eyes open. Look way, way back for the wall behind you. Elbows touch. Inhale, head down, elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Keep your chest lifted, full lungs. Exhale, head up. HA sound. Eyes open. Elbows coming forward to touch away from your chest. Inhale, head down, elbows up. Use your throat. Little bit of a restriction there to slow down the flow of air, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Elbows come forward to touch away from your chest. Inhale, head down. Just elbows split open. Head down, elbows up. Breathing in more and more and more. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Elbows come forward to touch away from your chest. Inhale, head down, elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Expansion of your lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale all the air out. The more you exhale here, the more you can take in on your next final breath. Inhale, head down, elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Open your rib cage, open your lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Elbows coming forward to touch away from your chest. And that's enough. Feeling a little bit more warmed up. Spine is now awakened. You've stretched your spine upwards, trying to keep a little bit of space between the discs and your spine. Neck's warmed up. Doing that breathing exercise, it helps focus the mind and get you settled. You'll notice that we do a lot of poses just standing up. We're not going to do down dog. We're not going to flow through vinyasas. That can be a little bit tough on the wrists. So this we consider more of a beginner style yoga. Up next, we're going to do a half moon pose with hands to feet pose. Uttanasana with Padahastasana. You can be standing or sitting in a chair. If you're standing, feet and heels together, all 10 fingers interlocked over your chin, full grip. I'm hitting my fan on my ceiling, not a big room. You stretch all the way up to the ceiling. If you're in the chair, you are also stretching all the way up. Pull your spine up. Try to get all the way up to the ceiling. Stretch up, stretch up, stretch up. And when you can't stretch up anymore, stop in the middle. So chair people, stay seated. Standing people, push your hips forward a little bit. Open up your hips and pelvis. Then get centered over your heels. Upper body back, couple of inches. Open up your chest and rib cage. Inhale, breathing, full lungs. Stretch up out of your waist and touch the ceiling, absolutely straight line. Slowly bend your body to the right without bending your elbows or your knees. Continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. Try to create tremendous stretching feeling in the left side, all over, inside out, bones to the skin, fingertips to the toes. Hips more forward, upper body back, more weight in your heels. Bring your left hip forward. Keep both hips in one line. Even in the chair, right shoulder more forward. Open up your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down and push, push, push. Inhale, breathing, come up. Stop in the middle. Again, breathing in and out through your nose now. Elbows lock, stretch up out of your waist. Touch the ceiling, absolutely straight line. Slowly bend your body to the left without bending your elbows or your knees. Continuously push your hips to the right beyond your flexibility. Create a tremendous stretching feeling in the right side, all over, inside out, bones to the skin, fingertips to the toes. Hips more forward, upper body back, more weight in the heels. Bring your right hip forward. Keep both hips in one line. Left shoulder more forward. Open up your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down and push, push, push. Inhale, breathing, come up. Stop in the middle. We're going to do a backward bend. Your back might hurt just a little bit. Don't be scared. Drop your head back as far as it goes. It will not fall off. Just look back. So your eyes are open, your spine is straight, and you just look back. Then you can move your arms back. Point all the way back to the wall behind you. Bend your spine backwards from coccyx to the neck. Lower back, middle back, upper back, total spine backward bending. Push your upper body back. Inhale, push stomach, hips, legs, everything push forward. Arms back, look back, go back, more back. Inhale, breathing, come up. Stop in the middle. Forward bending now. Most important thing, bend your knees. Bend your knees and put your hands on the floor in front of you. So you can bend up your knees. You're going to relax your head down, and then you can straighten one knee, bend one knee, straighten one knee. Try to get your lower back nice and loose, comfortable, easy, flexible. To U-turn from back bend to forward bending. Friends in the chair, you're doing the same thing, but maybe shrugging your shoulders a little bit more to create a little space in the lower back. So you're moving, getting a little movement in the lower back. Nice and loose, comfortable, easy, flexible. It's a U-turn from back bend to forward bending. Let's Go easy. Your spine's not completely warmed up yet. And then you're gonna set up the pose. So bend your knees and grab your heels from behind, stepping on all 5 fingers of each hand. Little baby fingers touching side by side. That might not happen. So if you are in the chair, you're just working elbows behind the legs. If you're standing up, your legs are bent. Sorry, it's a little hard to see with the color of my pants and my little meditation pad. You're gonna bend your knees and just work your elbows back as best you can. You might be standing here and just working elbows back, and then you're gonna pull on your heels or pull on your calves or pull on your thighs, stretching your upper body down from the lower spine towards the floor. If you can touch your stomach to the thighs, chest to the knees, face to the legs below the knees. The side, it's like a ham sandwich, no gaps. And then you slowly push your knees back and create a tremendous stretching feeling, maybe a slight little pain sensation all up underneath the legs, coccyx to the toes, with your smiling, relaxed face. Keep pulling, pushing your knees back, and you can try to lock your knees, but it may not happen. Inhale, breathing, come up, arms and head together, arms down side. That's a warm up. You can do that every morning, and I promise you, your day is going to be a little calmer. You'll sit up a little taller in your chair, gives your spine the articulation it needs to begin to feel warmed up. So if you wanted, you could do that twice every morning. It's a great option. I like to do that, and then I usually go and make my coffee. I'll show you a couple more poses. We will do a quick little balancing series, and then I'll show you a couple spine strengthening poses you can do on the floor. Sorry, the pollen is killing my throat. All right, balancing series. Not much to worry about here. Most important thing, learn how to stand on one leg. It'll save your life if you're ever in an icy situation. So we're gonna do a standing, I'm out of this completely now. We're gonna do a standing bow pulling pose, all right? So bring your hand up, right hand up in front of you, elbow close with your body. Bring your hand out to the right. Now here you can be in the chair and sitting and trying to grab your foot from the inside at the ankle, or you can be standing, holding your foot from the inside at the ankle, and you'll bring your arm up. You can also do the same thing, hand out, holding your foot from the inside at the ankle, and you can use your chair as a support system for you, okay? Either way, you want to strengthen up the muscles on your standing leg. The way you do that, flex your toes, so the corners of your feet, not gripping the floor with your toes, flexing your toes, so corners of your feet plant down. Stretch your arm up like you're saying, pick me, pick me. Tighten up your quadricep, kneecap lifts up, and bring your knees together to start. Inhale, breathing, and just slowly kick your leg back and tilt your body forward. Ooh, I don't have much balance. Focus on one unmoving thing, kicking your foot back, stretching your arm forward. This leg is locked. You might stand here for a full minute, and you know what? If you can do that, then you have already improved your life. You've already increased your flexibility, squeezing your abdominal wall, opening up your hip flexor. If you're already down there, you're going to continue just for a couple more seconds here, kicking back, stretching forward, kicking back, stretching forward. Inhale, breathing, come on up. That's it. So you can use the chair as a help. You can stand and it'll get your cardiovascular system going and get a little out of breath. Control your breath by breathing in and out through your nose. Heart rate will definitely be elevated. Other side, left hand up, palm facing up. Bring your hand out to the left. Hold your left foot from the inside at the ankle. Right arm up in front of you, chin close to your shoulder, quadricep contracted, kneecap lifts up, knees together to start. Stretch up, kick back, and stretch forward. Stretch forward, kick back, stretch forward, kick back, or continue standing there. Continue standing there with your knees together, stretching up, sucking your stomach in, and opening up your front hip flexor. If you are kicking and stretching, the kicking and stretching should be 50-50. If you lose the balance, you can still do the setup. Stretch forward more, kick back more, kick harder. The harder you kick, you could balance forever. Body down, kick up one more time. Change. So standing there works, kicking and stretching works. If you're in the chair, you can continue to do pretty much the same thing. Only difference is you're holding your foot to just stretch out your quadriceps a little bit. You can also, if you'd like to work on strengthening up and getting some of that balance and stability, then you can pull your knee up, contracting your abdominal muscles, and this little contraction will help you eventually hold your balance. My husband is knocking on the door. He went for a run. I will be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. My husband had gone for a run and didn't have a key to get back in. We all have a lot of different distractions as we deal with this kind of a time. I hope you and your families are doing well. Anyways, back to the yoga. The most important thing is just learning how to stand on one foot. So a lot of times you hear people say, avoid locking the knee. It is okay to tighten up the muscles around the knee. You just don't want to hyperextend and push your leg backwards. So as long as you are keeping hip over heel, shoulder over hip, you will be just fine. So we're going to take it down to the floor for a couple of back strengthening poses. If you're not comfortable on the floor, I can also give you a few modifications, in a chair. So we'll start with just a quick little pose for your digestive system. It is called wind removing pose. So you'll lie on your back. It's a little too close, I think. All right, so wind removing pose would go like this. I'll show you the right side on the floor, and then I'll show you the left side in the chair. Lying on your back, right leg lifts up, interlock all 10 fingers around the knee, full grip. Pull your knee all the way down towards your shoulder, avoid your rib cage. Make sure left leg straight so the calf muscles touching the floor. Chin down toward your chest. You work on getting your neck flat, but that might not happen. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Pull down and absolutely freeze. Don't move. Eyes open. Breathing normal, freeze. Eventually, or in the future, you'll be able to pull your knee down a little bit further. Change. So that one creates pressure in your lower abdomen. Your ascending colon, we cut off a little of the circulation. When you open it up and lay perfectly still, circulation returns to that area and gives it like a little hyperdose of freshly oxygenated blood. So you do the same thing on the other side. So left leg lifts up in the chair. Can be sitting, and left leg will lift up. Hold the left leg 2 inches below the knee. Nice tight grip. Hold the left knee all the way towards the shoulder. Avoid the rib cage. Make sure right leg straight on the floor so the calf is touching. Chin down your chest, neck flat. So in the chair, whole spine is flat. Maybe you can even pull your heel up into your chest here. And pull a little bit harder and freeze. Eyes open, breathing normal, freeze. Eyes open. Pull a little bit harder, create maximum pressure in your lower abdomen. The left leg massaging your descending colon. Change leg and arms down, allow a little blood to flush back into your system. And then both legs lift up. Hold both legs a couple inches below the knees if possible. If you can wrap up and grab elbows. If not, you just grab what you can. Chin down toward the chest, neck flat. Shoulders relax. Eventually, or in the future, your entire spine will lie flat on the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Both legs right now are massaging your transverse colon. change. Legs and arms down, allow the blood to recirculate into your abdominal muscles there. All right, we're into a couple poses for back strengthening. You can just roll over onto your back. If you'd like to do a sit-up, goes like this. Feet flexed, heels stay on the floor, arms over your head, cross your thumbs, inhale, breathing, and quickly sit up, arms and head together, double jerk, and then turn around, lie down on your stomach. So chair, friends, your options. You can kneel and pull spine and shoulders back, trying to lift. Actually, it's easier this way. You can lean over and try to pull shoulder blades together and looking up towards the ceiling. If you're on the floor, chin out on the floor, shoulders right underneath your, or hands right underneath your shoulders, all 5 fingers together. Hands, palms are flat. Zip up your legs, feet and heels together, legs, hip muscles nice and tight. Drop your shoulders, look up towards the ceiling, inhale, breathing, lift your upper body up, using your 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, until only your hip bones, your belly button is touching the floor. Rest of your upper body is in the air. Now chest up, look up, arms and elbows with the body, stretch them down towards your hips, come up, hold it there, freeze. Slowly lower down, same thing. Completely relax. Allow the blood to circulate back through your spine. Nice backward bending. All right. A second backward bend is going to be, we'll do full locust pose. So your arms will go out to the side like airplane wings, palms down, fingers together. Legs and feet together, zip up your legs, look up towards the ceiling and arms, body, head, leg, everything. Lift up from the floor like a 747 taking off. Come up, look up, chest up, arms back. Fingertips the same level as the head, only your hip bones are touching the floor, the rest of the body's in the air. Now chest up, chest up, chest up, exhale, come up one more time, slowly lower down. Friends on the floor, relax there for a moment. Friends who are working with a chair, you can activate the same muscles in your spine by coming into a relaxed position over the chair coming this way, and then putting out your arms to the side, squeezing your shoulder blades together and pulling your back up as if the backward bend is happening. Pulling that back up, chest up, arms back. You're activating the same parts of your spine, reversing some of those forward bends. We spend so much of our life in a forward hunch, forward position. So the whole goal here is to strengthen up the back muscles, work on that little postural chain, help you sit up a little bit taller next time you're at a desk. All right, slow it down now. We'll just do a quick little half tortoise pose. We'll breathe and relax, and that will be our practice. So kneeling down, no gaps underneath your ankles, arms over your head. If you're in the chair, you can also sit spine straight, arms over your head. Friends on the floor, coming down and putting the sides of your baby fingers on the floor and stretching your hands forward with your forehead right on the floor. Hips stretching back, arms stretching forward. Stretching in 2 opposite directions. The way you do that is by squeezing your hands tighter, stretching your shoulders more forward, and relaxing your hips down. If you're in the chair, you're seated, spine straight, coming up, and then rolling back over and doing the same flexion with your elbows and tricep muscles, pushing them more forward. Push forward a couple more seconds here, and then you can inhale, breathe, come up, arms and head together, turn around, lie down on your back, completely relax. All right, so those are a few basic poses that
mostly anybody can do. You can hopefully find ways to integrate it into your day. If you're working at a desk, you can do some of those poses in the chair. If you're just waking up in the morning and not quite ready to get on the floor, get on your mat, or balance on one leg, you can also do it that way. We're just going to finish off with one final breathing exercise, Kapalabhati and Vendrasana, just blowing in firm pose. You can do this sitting in the chair, legs as together as you can get them. You can kneel if your feet or knees are bothering you. You can sit cross-legged or with your legs in front of you. So with this breathing exercise, you exhale only, and your inhale is going to happen automatically. You'll just pull your stomach in and out. Exhale only. Inhale will happen automatically. So we'll do about 60 breaths at a moderate pace, and then the second time we do it just a little bit more quickly. It's good for your abdominal wall, internal organs, bringing a little bit more blood flow back there, reawakening it from our forward bending life. All right, so your arms are straight, hands on your knees, breathe out. We're gonna breathe out on my clap. You ready? Three, two, one. Second set, we're gonna do a little bit more quickly. Swallow a couple of times, relax your shoulders. Again, always trying to keep our spine straight throughout our daily life and during our practice. Second set. Thank you. If you have time, I always recommend at least 2 minutes in Savasana, lying down on your back, heels together, feet fall open, keeping your head straight, closing your eyes, palms face up. If you have time for just a quick little thought, with everything that's going on, I know a lot of us have moments where we feel a little lonely, and finding ways to connect with each other is so important. But anyways, this is just a little prescription about loneliness. Begins with a quote, the eternal, so if you're laying there, just relax and soak it in for a minute. The eternal quest of the individual being is to shatter his or her loneliness, by Norman Cousins. When you know yourself, you will never be lonely, because you will always have yourself to be with. When you achieve this state of self-awareness, you will also realize that there is a greater awareness, the universal consciousness that is aware of you and with you at all times. One of the ways to connect with this consciousness is through prayer. It can connect you with all things. You have to be willing to see beyond yourself for this to happen. If you blame others for your loneliness or the lack of attention that you receive, nothing will change. Then the loneliness would prevail. But if you focus on getting to know yourself in your world, in your space, you will always have company. You will always have somebody to get to know better. Solution of the day, take some time to get to know yourself better. Keep a journal, meditate, pray, listen. So as you lie there in your final resting pose, take a moment to just feel how much better you feel in the body you were born with this morning. It's a new day, a new space to be. I hope you and your family as well, all those around you are well. And you take this little change in your schedule to find a way to accept the way things are, adapt, accept, and grow from there.